TV land. It's your boy Freelancer Joe, and it's time for Drinks with Joe. Obviously, this is now Coffee with Joe, because it is currently 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock in the morning. A little too early to be drinking, unless of course you haven't stopped drinking. Not saying that Freelancer Joe has ever done that before. Yeah, I will say that. I have done that before, but that was back in college. And, you know, college is college. Learning, experiencing things, all good, all good. Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning. Just around the time most people are kind of hitting their groove, but for Freelancer Joe, it's actually mid-morning. I have been up since, oh my god, o'clock in the AM, and I am currently at work on a coffee break. I say coffee break because, I should say coffee break in quotations, because I'm always drinking coffee when I'm at work. Sometimes when I'm at home too. You know, if they ever actually came up with a legal limit on coffee in your bloodstream, I'm 100% certain that I would easily exceed it every day. Blood alcohol content, blood caffeine content. Yeah, just lock me up right now. None that caffeine has any effect on me anymore. I don't have any highs or lows. I mean, if I don't have coffee or caffeine, I don't feel it. And if I have a bunch of coffee and then stop, nothing either. And yet I still avoid decaffeinated coffee because I consider it to be an abomination. Defeats the purpose. I mean, I guess I dig it. You know, people like the taste of coffee, but they can't handle caffeine. And, you know, I mean, I find I use, you know, lots of foods that are not, that are artificially sweetened. So, I mean, it's a bit hypocritical of me. And I do try to avoid being the hypocrite. Nothing worse than a hypocrite. Well, I mean, there are plenty of other things worse, but hypocrites are really bad. Really, really bad. Unless they're aware that they're a hypocrite and they catch themselves. I mean, but a hypocrite that continues on being a hypocrite? Anyway, yeah, so Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, and Freelancer Joe is at work. If you've been following my videos, you know why. I'm trying to make up some of my vacation, or trying to make up some of the hours I missed from work because I was out sick and I don't want to burn up my vacation time. Or at least as much of my vacation time. Because I think I've mentioned before, I could, if I really push myself, make up all of the time, but I don't see the point in that. You know, just take a little bit of a break. So that's all fine. And I think I was naming describing a lot of my videos as taking that deep breath. So this is now the exhaling part and getting ready to do the push. So I guess it does kind of not suck, but for some people to be like, work on the weekends. And yeah, I can see why that might be, well, why some people might not be down with it, especially when you consider the fact that, let me see, I will basically have to be working until Friday. So I started back at work on Thursday. So that's going to be, what, 8 days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 9 days. 9 consecutive. Really? Let me check that again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. 9 consecutive days of work. So that does kind of not so cool. But, I mean, the positive thing about going to work on a weekend is, one, you don't have to deal with as much traffic. And if I'm to be honest, that's probably the biggest impediment for me going into work, is just dragging myself out of bed to deal with the traffic. It just sucks. I mean, even if I leave early in the morning, so it's not bad, but you'd be surprised at the number of people that are up at the same time that I am. And if I delay even just 30 minutes, you'd be really surprised how many people are up at the same time that I am. And they're driving like maniacs too. So avoiding traffic, that's one good thing. Another thing is, not that Freelancer Joe is one to dress to the nines all the time, or even business appropriately for that matter, but I at least bother to put on pants most of the time when I go to work during the week. But at least on the weekend, I get to wear shorts without being self-conscious. So it's more comfortable. And also because there's nobody else in the office. And yeah, Freelancer Joe is a bit of an antisocial misanthrope. Not that the people I work with are annoying or anything, but no, they're not. I mean, they're cool guys. Guys, I say, because unsurprisingly, it's male dominated, I don't want to say, but let me see, out of the entire office right now, we have one female intern and one female assistant. I'm sorry, I'm assuming their genders, but pretty certain. Well, so but anyway, everyone's fine. They don't bother me, but they don't actively bother me. It's just something about the way I'm wired. Whenever there's somebody around, subconsciously I'm paying attention, which is just a drag on when I'm trying to focus on getting stuff done. So there is all that. Oh, I really hope that my voice is being picked up, because I have the fans blowing, or they call it the fan? The heater blowing. It is fall weather, and we've apparently got a nor'easter supposedly rolling through, but it's not raining hard or anything. It's just drizzly. I guess I call it drizzly and slightly windy, so, and cool. So I'm keeping things, trying to keep myself nice and toasty. It's rather unfortunate, actually. I was kind of hoping to be able to show you the fall leaf colors, and they're gorgeous, along with a nice sunrise, because I actually have a pretty good view of the sun rising in my office. Not that I do it in my office, I just go outside to the front of the building. Actually, you know what, let me see, at least I can show the fall colors. Let me see here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Focus. Nope. Can we zoom in? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I mean, look at that. Look at that glorious red. Look at that. Unfortunately, they're not doing them all in sync. But that tree is doing very nicely, and this tree is like already done. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, I just love the contrast. And you know, if you could picture that with the sun, although that is technically, let me see, that's east. So northwestish? Yeah, northwestish. But yeah, that would have been real nice if I could contrast that with the sunrise. Freelancer Joe, he may not, not that I don't like nature, I respect nature, but I appreciate its beauty. As long as it's not trying to kill me, and most of the time it is. So, yeah. Let me see. What else is there to talk about? Well, the whole point of these videos, of course, is, well, just have a nice heart-to-heart, you know, chat, open up, share myself with you, my wonderful viewing audience. Show that I am not just a demigod, you know, somebody that has descended from Mount Olympus to bless you with my presence. I am a human. Very superb specimen of a human, I might add. Human, just like you, I assume. I assume you're human. I mean, who knows? People self-identify with whatever they think they are nowadays. Or maybe a millennia from now, aliens will have come and are looking through the great historical figures of the time, and they've come upon my YouTube channel. I can see that. I could really, really see that. And I could also see somebody calling me delusional, but you know, I have a very positive attitude. Anyway, back on track. So the whole point of, well, okay, point one of these videos, of course, is to make the personal connection with you, my viewing audience, and then two, recap the past week, you know, with regards to my freelancer stuff, my personal life, training, work, just so that I can assess where I am, because as I say, and I'm sure I ripped it off from somewhere, I mean, I am Captain Cut and Paste and all that, you know, if you want to get someplace in particular, it helps to pay attention to where you've been. And I really should start getting into that right now, because I'm at the 11-minute mark. How am I looking? Am I looking good? I mean, I know I'm looking good, but am I looking as good as I normally do? Let me see. Okay, so the freelancer stuff, still spinning my wheels. Still spinning my wheels. But, well, let me think. I mean, we're getting the mornings out of the way now. So we got my email Lambda integration with the gateway fully going. That's good. We got the mornings done. That's good. And we have all the warnings for my parallax template done. And so then it will be really, really simple to do that for the pure and the sidebar template, because they're all pretty much the same thing, just rearranged slightly differently. So that's good. So that's what I'll be doing the beginning of, or starting tomorrow. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is I already uploaded my website, so I'm going to upload the parallax template and then start on cleaning up the pure template, upload that, and clean up the sidebar template and upload that. That really shouldn't take me more than, well, I mean, depending upon how much time I stall for when I jibber jabber on at the beginning of the episodes, but it really shouldn't take me more than, I should finish it up by Monday, Tuesday at the latest. I mean, technically I could get it all done today. And that's something I need to get back into. The extent of my freelancer activities has been limited to what you see on the videos. I've been doing very little off camera. So I really need to address that, especially because I actually, so of the 3 freelancer websites I have an account on, one of them continually sends emails about potential listings, and there was actually one listing that would have been perfect for me based on what I read. I mean, it was React integrating with AWS Lambdas, which is exactly what I've been doing. And I really should have bid on that, but I don't feel like I'm in the right place. Now, is that, well, it's purely just mental. I've demonstrated that I have the skills for it, but mentally, I'm not ready to make that commitment yet, right? You don't want to haphazardly say, you know, I can do it for you, and then if they actually say yes, then you're on the hook. And I would get it done, but it does feel like a wasted opportunity, though. And then other than that, I've just been ripping the videos, so I mean, that's the extent of my off-camera work, so it's not really focused freelancer activity. So I'll have to think about that. But we are about at the intermission mark of these episodes, and probably about time for me to get back to work. So we'll take a 10-second break, and I'll catch you later. Hello, 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 and now we are back. Now back in time for Drinks with Joe. Yes, as you can tell by the elegant and luxurious, extravagant background that Freelancer Joe is back where he belongs, behind the camera, in his not golden chair. I don't make enough to have a golden chair. I could paint it golden, but it's not, no. A golden chair or a golden microphone? What does Rush say? He says golden microphone. I wouldn't do a golden microphone. Actually, I wouldn't do a golden chair either. That'd be very uncomfortable. Well, then again, gold is a soft metal and could potentially mold it to the curvature of my posterior. That would be a very sexy golden chair if that was the case. Oh, you know what? Let me pour myself that drink. And I hope you're pouring yourself a drink now too. I hope you enjoyed the little intermission picture. Of course, those who regularly follow Freelancer Joe know that I normally do a meme. Something I find that strikes my fancy, but something humorous that strikes my fancy. But when I saw those red leaves outside, I just had to take a picture of that and share it with everyone else. Nature, well, it is constant, but it is also in a constantly changing state. And sometimes it's nice to just, not that I'm really a fan of pictures in general. Well, it depends on what the pictures are of. But I normally don't take pictures. But yeah, that just really struck me. And I just wanted to share that. Alright, so I'm back from work. It was fairly productive, I should say. I forgot to mention there was one other benefit of going into work on the weekend. Well, it's not just on the weekend, but going into work in general, at least where I work at, which is free coffee and LaCroix. Although they only have they buy the bulk pack, which only has 3 flavors: lemon, lime, and pamplemousse, grapefruit. But hey, free is free, and Freelancer Joe ain't complaining. Yeah, that does hit the spot after day work. Oh, if only I could do it more often. Drink, but, well, my body wouldn't like it, and my work output would suffer. If it was like alternating days, you know, if I could work one day and day off, one day, day off, then I would probably drink on days off. But then again, it is also, I would say a costly habit, but then it depends on what you choose to drink. My particular poison is Tito's vodka. It's just not particularly expensive though. Still, it is a monetary cost, especially when you mix it in with the LaCroix. Anyway, all right. So we're doing the recap still. I already covered my freelancer stuff. It's real funny, you know, when you are making progress, but you're still essentially not moving forward. Yeah, I have to make that. I keep saying this. I've been saying this now for however many weeks about making that commitment to break out into the next phase. Yeah, I'm going silent here. I can't make any more excuses about it. It just simply, I'm not feeling it. Then again, when you're not feeling it, that's the time to push. It's like, yeah, if I segue into the next subject, which is my training, it's like if I stopped my training for my normal rest week and then I got sick, which may or may not be related to the fact that I stopped my training. But, you know, you gotta make that push to get back into the groove of things. And I briefly thought about resuming my training on Friday, but I decided instead to go with some light cardio and my various pull-up / chin-up routines. And that wasn't too bad, although I did notice, so there are 3 types of pull-ups that I do. I do your overhand grip, your normal pull-up, the underhand, which is the chin-up, and then I haven't seen anybody else do this, which is neutral grip chin-ups. There's probably a name for it. Um, and on that particular one, I noticed that there was a bit of a stress on the side here, which is actually one of the nagging injuries that I noticed was creeping up before I stopped, or before I took my training break before, which means I'm probably not fully healed from that. Now, those hardcore physical specimens would tell you to kind of push through the pain. And then you really need to listen to the signs from your body. There are really, I guess, 3 types, right? You've got the sign where your body says, no, I cannot do it, right? That's like, you know, you literally are completely gassed or you are severely injured and your body's like, no, you're not doing that. Then there was the one where your body says, I do not want to do that. And that's really what the hardcore types are addressing. It's when you feel tired, but you're not really tired, or you know, you don't feel motivated. That's the kind of thing that you push through. But then there is the 3rd sign, which is simply your body saying, I don't think you should do that. It's you're at that borderline point of injury, and I'm pretty certain that that discomfort I was feeling is that particular sign. So let me see. So today's my normal rest day, so I'm taking it. But tomorrow is when I resume training, and as for my pull-up portions, I'm probably gonna do an alternating thing where basically instead of doing, normally I do the neutral, then the chin up, then the pull-up. Instead, I'm probably gonna alternate between like pull-up, chin-up, pull-up, or chin-up, pull-up, chin-up. And hopefully that will give the side enough time to firm up. And also, actually, the neutral grips were the first pull-ups that I started doing because, yeah, my biceps and the back have always been kind of a weak point. So first it was the neutral grips, and then I got into the chin-ups, and then eventually I got strong enough. My weight got low enough that I could do the pull-ups. Yeah. So I guess it makes sense now to kind of focus on those to build them up, while I let the nagging part heal up. So there's that. Gotta get back on the diet though. Working on some of the, hopefully the rest of the non-dietary compliant foods that I have. Should finish them up today, so that's good. I can get back in that. So we got the work momentum, back in the groove of things for work. The breath out on that, the breath out on the training, that's good. And then the breath out on the diet, that's good. Yeah, I'm still bugged about that freelancer thing. It's continuously still in this stage. I don't know what I would call this stage. This is like the laying the groundwork stage. It feels like I'm almost at the point where it's like I'm continuously shunning something instead of using that thing that it's like I made something and then I kind of shined it up and I'm still continuously shining it instead of actually using the thing I made. So, yeah, that bugs me. Oh, and then work. Well, work still, it is what it is. It's on a downward slope. And to be honest, I think I've mentioned before that there's some uncertainty in the air. But from the sounds of things, probably, let's say the end of November, I'm going to be in a new project, which is in a new location, which means probably a new schedule, which is probably also something that's subconsciously weighing me down when it comes to my freelancer stuff and breaking into the next step. Because again, if I go into that next step and I make a commitment to somebody to deliver something and then my schedule gets all whacked up, I mean, is it a valid concern or am I using it as an excuse? It's probably a little bit of both. I mean, if I give my commitment to do something, I do it. But why go that far when you just let things settle down first? it's one of those things where you have to find that balance. You know, those hard charging types, they'd go balls to the wall, but for every hard charging type that's successful, you've got however many untold stories of failure, and not just from them, but from people that fell by the wayside. And your boy Freelancer Joe is not going to be the one that falls by the wayside. I was going to make a comment about how I see myself going out, but I'm trying to stay out of dark territory. Was there something else I wanted to talk about? No, I mean, we covered pretty much everything. We were freelancer, work, diet, training. Let me see. You've been following me on Gaming with Joe. You see that I'm still playing through with Forsaken and the Festival of the Lost. Enjoying that. I'm not gonna decisively say that Destiny 2 is my it game for this generation. Actually, that's the problem. This generation of consoles, there is no it game. I mean, last generation it was Mass Effect series. The PS2. What was the PS2 era? Was there any hit game for that? Maybe the Metal Gear Solid games. That was it. The 32-bit era. Way too many to choose from, but yeah. Oh, you know, we can talk about the Marvel stuff. So, I've totally caught up on all the Marvel series. The one benefit of being sick is I was killing many brain cells watching television. And I think I already talked about Jessica Jones 2. I already talked about Luke Cage 2. Although I have an interesting point on that one. I'm probably not going to have the time to get back to. But then, let me see. Iron Fist Season 2. And yeah, it was definitely an improvement over the first one. Vast improvement. Basically, Danny Rand wasn't a punk. I mean, he was a little punkish at points, but he was a much better character. Very less annoying. And that Mary Walker, she's a really good character. Really would like to see her again, in whatever capacity. I'm not gonna say that I think her and Bullseye, really two good, solid, they're not major players, and I don't see how they could be, but they are potentially very good adversaries. Well, not potentially, I mean, Bullseye already was, and Mary Walker definitely was. But, you know, they're not Kingpin level adversaries. And I don't. Well, we're almost at the 15-minute mark, so I really don't have time to go into the last subject I wanted to about Luke Cage Season 2, particularly with regards to my reassessment of the Bushmaster character. He still doesn't have the Qua, but I have found an interesting way to look at him that kind of raises his stock, in my opinion. But hopefully I'll remember that for maybe tomorrow's Freelancer with Joe episode when I'm stalling for time at the beginning of the episode. But we will wrap this up for now. Comments and cool kid words about comments and suggestions, liking and subscribing. I think there's something with the bell too that you click to ring. Whatever. I don't know. But thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the Saturday and weekend. And I hope you join me next time. And until then, let you take care and God bless.